You know, one of the unique things about this fishery in the Gulf, especially on a wreck, is the species that you encounter.
Ford is one of those places that takes a little bit to get to, but it's one of my favorite places to go and bottom fish.
You have the ability to travel distance and get to remote places that actually hold fish.
On that little rod, bro, are you kidding me?
That's awesome!
We've already had a great day. We've already hit a couple wrecks. We've caught a plethora of fish. It's time to see what else the West has to hold. We're on a shallow reef which runs for a mile, mile and a half, so we weren't seeing much in the particular spot that we were at. We wanted to cover the ground, see where the fish were holding that day. So one of the ways to do that, especially when you don't have current or wind, is to troll.
The Rapala 30 plugs, whether it's orange or red and white heads, work phenomenally well. But it does take more than one person.
It's kind of a team effort. You gotta have a guy driving and paying attention to the electronics, and then you gotta have two guys on the rods paying attention to what their bait's doing.
With no current, man, it's a good option, you know?
It's a great idea.
Cover the bank, controlling the plugs, see what you can pull out.
It's just up and down everywhere. It is so hard to maintain that depth. And if you come up a little too shallow, those plugs are gonna get stuck. We're gonna have to circle the boat around, and I'm gonna hear it from both of them every time I do that, because it'll definitely be my fault. And it was.
You hooked up?
We're going a little too fast because I just hooked up as soon as you turned. Going a hair too fast, Charlie.
You on the bottom, Mike?
No, I got a fish. I hooked up, bro. I don't think it's a grouper. He didn't come up.
Tell me when you get him close, Mike, I'll help you out.
Getting close. Slow down for a sec, Charlie.
What you got, brother? Nice grouper.
That's what I'm talking about.
That'll work. That'll work. And Charlie's making fun of my plugs.
I never make fun of your plugs.
You know what? You know, this is serious. This color plug
It's the best for grouper.
is the best for grouper. And the same thing when we're fly fishing groupers, it's a bright orange and yellow fly.
You really?
Yep, I swear. They eat it 3 to 1 here over anything else.
I'm gonna grab that other one.
What are we doing with him?
Dinner, bro.
I thought
Come
so.
on.
I was just checking.
I'm hungry.
Well, the baits look good when they swim, these plugs. I mean, they have rattles.
Yeah. You know, this is what all the world record tarpon are caught on? They're caught out of Africa.
Yeah.
They're all caught. They anchor these dugouts in the river. They just anchor them and put the plugs out swimming.
I think I got a fish on.
Fish on. Good
Yep.
work. Oh. Charlie's on fire.
Went right over the wreck. I never saw a wreck, but it's marked on here, wreck.
Want him to slow down for you?
A little bit.
Pull one out. I was waiting for mine. I was saying, nice one, brother.
Yeah, it does.
He's fighting hard.
Go pull both out.
I feel like I'm pulling a wash tub through the water.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh,
you got a nibble.
Oh. Doubled up. Oh. So what do you do when you got no current, Rob?
I know what I'm gonna do.
Make your own. Oh, I think yours is bigger than mine. I can't believe I just said that.
I'm glad you finally realized that.
Oh, come on, really? Really?
What do you got?
Nice.
I got nothing.
What?
Nothing.
That's awesome, man. And he ate the heck out of that thing, too.
It's pretty work. Hold on.
Mine's still bigger. Mine's going in the box.
Mine's good.
Look at how fat
Yours is going back to sea.
Look at how fat.
Oh, I know.
Rings.
These things have been eaten.
He's like,
Unbelievable.
he's ready to pop.
Hi, buddy. Come on, Charlie, I gotta get back in the game.
All right.
Nicely done, by the way. You know, we trolled the plugs for a little while, had a lot of fun, caught a couple fish. I think Charlie hadn't done this before, so it's kind of eye-opening for him. But we've lost a couple plugs now, so I think we'll go do something else.
In Big Pine Key in Florida's Lower Keys, the nightlife is hot. The cuisine is top-notch. You can even stay where stars hang out. What's the scene like in Big Pine and the Lower Keys? It's pretty wild.
The SeaHunter is brought to you by the Florida Keys and Key West. Come as you are. SeaHunter boats, indestructible, unsinkable. Yeti coolers, built for the wild. Yamaha outboards. Wet Sounds, the ultimate sound machine for your boat. Quantum and Finor, inshore and offshore reels since 1933. As you get west of Key West, you'll encounter these satellite relay towers that start 50, 60 miles out in the Gulf, and they kind of parallel the coast and run in a northerly direction.
A lot of people don't know this, but in Key West, there is an adversary squadron fighter school. And the towers out in the Gulf were actually used to map and grid how those fighters did dogfighting. At this time, day and age, they're really out of date.
The unique thing about west of Key West or the Gulf of Mexico is it's kind of a slow plateau. There's not a lot of bottom structure, but for the most part, it's barren of structure.
There's a tremendous amount of fish that have gotten used to being around the towers as structure, and it's a very important fishery for us. There's always bait, there's always yellowtail, there's always barracudas.
Primarily, the king fish there is the cobia. That's the one everybody pretty much goes there to catch.
It's always a fun moment for me when I pull up to one of these towers way out in the Gulf because you have this tremendous anticipation of what you're going to see.
What you got, Rob?
I love that sound.
Yes, sir. That is a good sound.
Dang it.
She's a good bit.
Look.
Oh.
Big cobia. Come on, somebody get us something in the water here.
I'm getting him.
I mean, this is a 60 pounder, man.
Oh, great. I got a little tiny rod.
Here he is.
That's him right there.
Did you get him?
No, I got Jack Creval.
The sound of the motors from an outboard, especially as you approach a tower, all the fish come out to see who's coming to play. And when we approach this tower, we're seeing kudas. We always see lots of kudas at these things, but giant amberjacks are swimming around. And one of the first things we encounter are two giant cobias. Here, let me get this fish out of the
I'll
way.
get it. No, you take this.
It's all right.
Where's the cobia at?
A cove would have eaten one of those runners if one of the kudas didn't beat him to it. This is a crevel? How much does it weigh, 80 pounds?
Dude, it's a big creval.
Jesus.
I gotta go by. Sorry.
What'd you get, Rob?
He says it's a jack.
Oh my God.
It's a jack.
Whoa.
I told you it was big.
Oh my God.
You know, for believe me.
There we go.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Just leave the rod there and the gun and wait till I pick it up. That looks like a jack, only bigger.
Nice Jack. You know, we get to the towers, it's beautiful, it's sunny, it's calm, everything's going great, and it's like Charlie showed up. Here comes the fog, out of nowhere.
This is something that I definitely have not seen. You hit fog on the way out, you're done, usually. All of a sudden now, I got fog following us. Oh my God. am I gonna have to tell Mike that he was right? No, just cut the line. So, when you're fishing these towers, you have two competitors. You have the Barracuda and you have us. We're both fighting for a good fish, and that cuda will take it away from you just as soon as it's hooked. If you don't get it in the boat fast enough, you're gonna lose. So it's a huge competition between you and the Barracuda.
God dang it. That was my dinner.
I saw that.
When the fishing slows down a little bit, or there's too many cudas, then you kind of switch it up. The cuda becomes the target.
You all set?
Yep.
Well, what a blast to actually play with them on fly. Tease them up with live bait, and then pull it away, and then Rob snags one in, and it's just a blast to watch.
There he is.
Nice.
He came back like it was a piece,
Nice.
you know? I just threw it there and didn't move it, Mike, like he missed a piece,
Yep.
the one he ate.
Dude, he stole my whole thing. I thought I was out of the game for you.
Coming back at me.
Oh no, go, go, go.
Uh-oh, so look at this AJ trying to eat the cuda.
You know, I fished with Rob a bunch of times. As a charter boat guide, you know, I heard a great line for a friend of mine. He said, you know, I don't sell charters, I don't sell fish. I sell anticipation and opportunity. And that's kind of exactly what Rob appreciates, is the opportunity to do something different, to have more fun with it. It's the love of exactly what he wants to do in that second.
There he is.
Nice.
He came back like it was a piece,
Nice.
you know? I just threw it there and didn't move it, Mike, like he missed a piece,
Nope.
the one he ate.
Dude, he stole my whole thing. I thought I was out of the game for you.
Coming back at me.
Oh no, go, go, go.
Uh-oh, so look at this AJ trying to eat the cuda. It's like a 100-pounder, man. Did you see that amberjack? Here he is right here, he's still chasing him.
Charlie, throw the bait.
I love doing the bait and switch with the fly rod, man.
Yeah, but he had the bait. He already got it.
You know, one thing cudas are known for is chopping baits in half. And that one just thought he missed a piece.
Well, what about that one?
Yeah, that's a little bigger one. There you go. Watch it. Don't get your fingers too deep in there. Look at that.
Nice.
That's freaking awesome. That's pretty cool, huh, Charlie?
That is so cool.
Want to go to the pliers and get the fly?
Yeah.
Just stick your finger in it, girl.
I think I won't.
Oh, you barely hooked him. What's your favorite color topwater?
Depends on the scenario. And right now, this is my favorite color because it's the only one I got.
Really?
While Rob is playing with the Barracudas, I figured I'm gonna sneak off and try to catch some of the yellowtail and the mangrove snappers that I saw hiding up in that tower. And it took me a couple tries. Those cudas were fast.
I hear drag going out over there.
Nothing to see over here.
Then I scored big time with about a 4 to 5 pound mangrove snapper. Getting it in the boat was hard, was tricky, but I got it in the boat. And once I had the trick of it, and I had my partner on the other side kind of teasing the Barracuda, I could catch those fish, and I was having a blast over there. just wanted to keep it quiet and not let anybody else get in on my action though.
I take it back, Charlie. You are going to catch a snapper.
That's dinner there, bro.
Yeah.
You need to catch about 5 more of those. You know, one of the things I kept going back to, and Mike and I and Charlie just kept referring to, are what happened to our cobias. You know, we pulled up on the tower. One of the first things we see are 2 giant cobias. We start catching all these other fish, you know, amberjacks and snappers and big barracudas and kingfish.
Come on up. Come on up.
We just did not want to go home without one of these cobias, and it was just one of those things. It was the harder we tried and the harder we chummed, and the more other fish that came up to the side of the boat, the less we saw the cobias. They just became elusive.
I'm going to laugh my butt off if that's a cobia.
I'm not convinced it's not.
Either am I.
Because the way it's
Angling up instead of straight up and down.
A lot of times the cobia will just hang out on the sand down there and they'll wait for something to happen up on the surface and they'll come up and eat. But man, if you drop something down to a cobia down there, there could be hundreds of cobia down there and you don't know until you drop down. There's a little problem with dropping down though, because the reef donkey is down there also, and there's a lot more of them than there are of the cobia.
And suddenly I was not so sure it was a cobia.
Yeah.
kind of doesn't look like a cobia. Yeah, there's something behind them.
AJ.
So now Charlie's saying, please grab it. Please grab it.
I love you, man. Dr. Death Grip.
Don't let go, man. Please don't let go.
Woo! Rob, that thing is, that's a slob.
He's a handful.
I couldn't lift him. I'm done.
Good fish, Charlie. You want to do that again?
No. I'm done. I'm ready for Duval crawl.
All right, brother.
Stick it in the rod holder.
That was a great tower.
Oh, it's fun, bro.
That was awesome. Kudo on fly. God, I wish we could have got that cobia. That thing was gigantic.
Kept looking for it. We
still do have time to maybe hit a spot on the way in, but we still have not seen these cobias in a while, and we haven't caught a cobia. Do we stay? Do we hit another spot on the way home? Maybe encounter a cobia on another wreck or another tower?
Keep up with the SeaHunter on social media. Follow us on Instagram and like us on Facebook. You can also visit us at theseahuntertv.com.
There's no espresso machine, no smiling barista, just you and an axe. You're welcome to a hot cup of comfort, but you gotta serve yourself.
The SeaHunter is brought to you by Ray Marine, Simply Superior. Mojo Sportswear, get your mojo on. Garmin will take you there. Alvarez General Boats. Sea Star Solutions. Best Fab. You know, we're kind of in that point of the day where we have a 70-mile run to get back to the dock. The light's fading. We've caught more fish than you catch in 3 normal days in one day. So, you know, do we stay? Do we hit a spot on the way home? I feel like there's some unfinished business here. We saw these cobias when we first pulled up. We've seen them periodically throughout the day, but we're not going home with one. Let's stick it out. Let's see if we can see one. Oh, here he is, right back here, Charlie.
Come on, Charlie, move. Just throw it. Shit, he's dead.
He's right off the motors. He's trying to eat my blue runner. Pull it up, pull it up, pull it up, pull it up. Reel it up, quick. Right there, let it fall. You got him, bro. You got him. Reel, Charlie, reel. Go, stay on top of him, Mike. He's going, go. Better go quick. Hold your rod tip up so you can see the line. He's left of the tower.
trying to get them away from the legs, Charlie.
I know.
Cobia are smart. They will run right back to the tower and wrap around the legs of the tower, and they'll pop you off.
Mike has to position the boat between us, between the fish, and the tower to keep that fish from going into the tower. Forward, Mike, forward.
I know.
Going this way. You're all right, keep going.
Charlie had this thing on a little 20-pound spinning rod. This is a 50, 60-pound cobia. The fish is huge. And between the team effort of Charlie pulling left and pulling right and Mike engaging the motors and cutting the fish off between the tower, it was pretty exciting. Charlie didn't know that I'd already gotten the gaff out.
You have a gaff? Oh, yeah, it's in your hand.
You kidding, dude? He's kind of going under us a little bit, Mike. That's the cobia we've been trying to catch for 3 hours.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
It's coming up. Right
Go
on
left
top.
if you can, Charlie.
Right on top.
Turn right, Mike.
You want to see the boat and haul ass here. Be ready to go under the bow.
Oh, it's gonna hurt. Fish with the rod.
I got him, man. He ain't getting away.
Oh man, that thing pulled me out of my flip-flops.
How's your shoulder now?
What shoulder?
Pretty work, brother. It was hot.
Hey, you kept that guy from going into the bridge, boy.
You got the hook out?
Nope.
You care?
Nope.
Ready?
Yep. Dude, I got such an adrenaline rush. That was so awesome, Charlie. We're getting ready to go home. Let's do one more pass.
One more bass.
Let's
I don't
sneak
believe
up
it.
behind the tower, see if he's
Mike,
there.
can I just tell you right now?
Yeah.
You're right. 100%. Get to the front of the boat, Charlie.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Rob,
saw
thanks
him.
for teasing him up for me. You're the man.
Yeah, the one time.
And gaffing him.
The one time I don't have a. I'm sitting there just playing with Cudas trying to feed him.
All I get to say is I caught it. That's
Time
it.
out. You're actually supposed to fight the fish with the rod and not just free gas.
Hey, I was not gonna let that thing swim by the boat unmolested.
Oh, I thought it was because you always have my back.
I got your back.
I
bro.
know you do.
He's a little bit green. Just a little bit.
Can we go to Duval Street now?
You know, this is one of these trips every year that's just something special. You get together with friends that truly appreciate the effort and the opportunity to go out there and have a blast.
I can't say that I usually look forward to an 80-mile run home, but this particular day it seemed to go by fast. And Mike, Charlie, and I we were giddy the whole way home, the way we closed the day out. Can't wait to get home and eat some of this cobia.
Or we're so lucky to be able to have the life that we live and able to go to remote places like that with good friends. It's rare that you have really good friends and really good fishing and you can put it all together. And that's what we had. That cobia was unbelievable for me. You're tired, you've got a beautiful sunset, wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.